This is Sean Solomon. You're listening to Bothering the Band, where they ask me a bunch of really dumb questions, and I really didn't want to do the podcast, but they got a gun to my head, and everything I said, they told me to say. So anything that is controversial was not my idea, and anything you disagree with, also not my idea. But if you agree with it, it was my idea. So I hope you enjoy.
Sean Solomon, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Where are you coming from? Where are you at in the world?
I live in Los Angeles.
Very cool. What part?
None of your business.
Fair enough. We can't have all your fans flocking to the neighborhood in case they'll see you walking to get coffee.
I'm in the valley. I'm in the San Fernando Valley.
Oh, very cool.
Which proves I lied. Not really LA.
Yeah. Is that like a stigma there where it's like that's not? It's like in New York when you say you live in New York but you actually live in Hoboken?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll let the listeners decide. But yeah, I live in Los Angeles County.
Call in if you know.
Yeah.
Sean, what shows are you currently into? This is our icebreaker question. You're a TV guy?
I am a TV guy. I watched all of Stranger Things because my friend worked on the music.
Oh, cool.
So I wanted to hear it. It mostly went like da 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 da, and it sounded pretty good. And then I watched this documentary about Synanon, which is like it was like an offshoot of Alcoholics Anonymous, but it became a cult where everyone like shaved their heads, and it was pretty good. And then what else? That's the two I can remember. Those are the most recent things I watched.
Do you ever find yourself at parties or in mixed company where that's the only thing that's discussed? And it usually goes like this. Well, what are you watching? I'm watching Landman. I don't watch that. I'm watching this. I'm watching Street. And then you find that common ground. Does that ever happen?
Yeah. That's my favorite kind of conversation.
Oh, really? Are you being facetious? Because I fucking hate it.
No, I never lie. But no, I don't know. My parents watch a lot of TV. So that is a conversation I have with them all the time. I'm like, what are you watching?
I'm glad you embrace it because I am a parent, and that's something that it's like never something good where someone like another parent like, oh, you should watch this show. And it's like something so out of bounds. And I'm like, oh, you don't know me at all. It's like, you know what you should watch is this show called Big Bang Theory. You should watch that. And I'm like,
yeah. I don't watch that one.
What are we doing here? And what music? What besides your own, obviously, which is great. What music are you into these days?
I always kind of listen to the same music again and again. But I've been trying to listen to new music, but I'm reading a book about Elliott Smith.
Oh, cool.
And so I've been listening to him a lot, even though I've been listening to that since I was a teenager. But now I'm listening to it with more knowledge about him. So it's like adding more layers to it. And I'm trying to think of what else I've been listening to. That was definitely what was playing in my car the last time I drove.
What's the book called?
Well, the funny thing about the book is my girlfriend got it for me because the book is titled Shooting Star, and I have a song called Shooting Star.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. It's like a lot of it is like interviews with people that knew him. And it's cool. He sounds like he was like a funny guy, which like you don't really hear a lot about. And it was just nice to hear more about him. I'm just halfway through it, so now it's getting a little sad, but
yeah,
it's pretty good.
That's cool. I mean, so we ask every guest, and it's usually down towards the bottom for a book recommendation. Are you going to stick with that one, or do you have another one?
I've got some other ideas. That one I've already said, so we can later. You can ask me again if you want.
All right, we'll come back to it.
This is the hook to get people to listen to the whole thing. If you wanna know what books to read, you got to finish the podcast.
if you're chomping at the bits to know what Sean is up to in literature.
Mm.
All right. Do you have a television?
I have a lot of televisions.
And how many televisions do you have?
Um, in the room right now, in the room with me right now, I have 6 televisions.
And for the listeners, walk them through why you have so many televisions.
Um, well, I started to perform with a television set because I was animating music videos for every song for my new album, and I decided it would be interesting to play with all my backing tracks and animations on a VHS tape. Because I wanted to play solo and I wanted to play, you know, in a cheaper way. I wanted to tour cheaply, and I was like, well, if I just brought a VHS tape, and I think backing tracks in general can be corny. You see like, someone busking and they have a boombox and it just sounds kind of bad, but through the tape it created, it kind of blended everything together and it felt more like purposeful. And so I like created these backing tracks that are kind of like lo-fi versions of my songs that have the visuals and animations that accompany them that come out of the VCR, and all the TVs in my office are these like old CRT TVs. So the reason I have so many, and I have more, I have 6 in here, but I have 1 in the other room. My girlfriend now has 1 in her office, and then I have 2 like regular TVs that we watch Netflix on or whatever. So there's a lot of TVs in the house, but I started to just keep buying them because I was like looking for the right one to bring on tour. I had all of these different things I wanted. Like I wanted it to have a built-in VCR. I needed it to have like an output so that I could project it at bigger spaces. And then like eventually I was like, I have so many, I want to connect 4 of them and have the same image for like art, or I just keep buying them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to slow down. My uncle had one in his garage he gave me recently that was in pristine condition. It was like a pro monitor. I have 3 of these pro monitors now. They're the ones that everyone wants, like the art galleries and everybody there, because they're perfectly square, so you can stack them on top of each other. But yeah, it's a weird thing to get into because now they're becoming valuable because the kids that play video games, they want to play the old video games on the CRT televisions because they look better. Because they were like the graphics were made for those TVs. Anyway, that's a really long answer to explain why I have so many TVs, but
no, I'm fascinated by this. I also just love hearing about the nitty-gritty logistics about how people go about creating their art and stuff like that. So I have to ask, how do you get the music on a VHS tape?
Well, that one's actually pretty straightforward. It's just a HDMI to RCA converter. But I got really I was actually into this before I started doing the music through it. So because I'm an animator, it just takes so long to animate. And I thought it might be interesting if I could just like turn a knob and make something happen, that it would save me a lot of time. So I started to buy these things. They're called like dirty video mixers. So you put like 2 VCRs into one channel and it like glitches them out. I just recently bought this like old like VJ video mixer that has like like early 2000s like star wipe type things, and like you can manipulate it so that it looks interesting. So a lot of the visuals I play live with are just like manipulated VHS tapes and stuff like that. But yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just doing it for fun. I actually I talked to my therapist about it. I was like, I feel like this was before anyone told me that it was interesting, but I was like, I'm collecting all these VHS tapes and TVs and I can't tell, why I'm doing this. And he's like, well, you work in animation, so it makes sense you'd want to like investigate the history of the format. And I was like, all right, that's a good enough reason to do it. So I just kept going, and a lot of the stuff because I collect VHS tapes as well, and like there's a lot of stuff that gets lost. There's like Like for instance, like the Ren and Stimpy VHS tapes, they like have an intro about how you bought the tape that's not on a DVD. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Or I bought
Yeah.
the Simpsons tapes and they have like the Tracy Ullman shorts in between them
Oh
and stuff like that.
yeah.
So
Fuck yeah.
just like cool stuff. I don't know.
No, that's cool. I love VHS tapes. I use like if I don't care about the VHS tape, I'll use the cover as a postcard. So I'll cut out the
Oh, that's
front.
cool.
You know, if it's a movie I like, I'll save it. But if it's like, like aerobics,
Yeah.
from Maryland or whatever the fuck.
I mean, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, and then you can use the front. You got 2 little postcards to send you. So maybe I'll send you a postcard,
That
VHS
sounds
postcard.
sweet. Yeah.
I also have a bunch of VHS like loose if you ever need.
Yeah, I have too many. I mean, I can show you can see me, but no one else can see me. But those are the TVs over there. There's a bunch of tapes over there. It's getting a little crowded, but whoop, just plug my computer back in. But anyway, yeah, I could just keep talking about this. So if you want to change the subject, my girlfriend always makes fun of me. She's just like, "Oh, you're talking about the TVs again."
No, I love the inside baseball of anyone who's creating anything. And I what I hate is when you're watching something or listening to an interview and they skip over something that you're like, well, wait a minute. How did you do that?
Yeah. Well, everyone can skip over that. Well, it's too late. It's over. But how do you,
we're going to bring it back around again to
yeah, it will. It will, unfortunately.
And this might bring it back around. Doodling. You're an animator. Mm-hmm. How often are you doodling in margins of your notebooks and
you know what?
Scribbling and
I've been more of a writer recently. I sort of for many years have like developed these pilots that never come out. That's my lore. That like I had one at HBO Max before the merger. I had one at Netflix, and I keep like writing these pilots, and then they tell me I'm about to have a TV show, and then they're like, psych, and they throw it away. It's normally because people get fired. It's like people get fired, there's mergers and whatever, that sort of thing. But I'm working on another one now. So I've been doing a lot of writing, and I've been writing a short. I don't know if it will ever come out. I think it might. I'm planning to make it, but I'm writing a short right now about like my album coming out. So it's like almost like a fictionalized version of my life. And so I've been doing a lot of writing. I have to design the characters for that, so I will be doodling once again. But yeah, anytime I have a piece of paper, I do tend to draw on it, even if it's just like a circle or something. But I've drawn everything already. You know what I mean? Like I've drawn a tree, a bird, the sky, a person, an alien, like most things that you could name, I've drawn before. So I'm kind of done drawing. Like I've done it already.
Okay, couple questions. One I have to ask? What's your first love? Like is
it was drawing for sure.
It was drawing.
Yeah. It was drawing. Yeah, I watched the Rugrats and I would draw the characters, and then music wasn't until later. My dad's a trumpet player, so they gave me a guitar when I was young, and it felt too complicated. And then probably when I was like, I don't know, like 12 or 13, that was when I picked up the guitar because I started to get into music more, and like wanted to be, cool.
And then, okay, so this is something in every like interview or biopic or whatever, everyone skips over this part. Do you have an agent?
What do you mean an agent?
Like when you're pitching to like Netflix and
oh yeah, I have an agent now. I didn't for the first 3 or 4 times I did that. I didn't have an agent. I teamed up with I teamed up with I was friends with Titmouse, this animation studio. I met them at a film screening, the guy who ran the studio, and I gave him a zine because I was still punk rock seeming. Now I've completely sold out. I'm on a podcast, but I was like,
we're a punk rock podcast.
That's what you think, but no, I'm just
kidding. we don't release video.
Okay, that's true. That is punk.
We only take on guests we like.
Okay, that's pretty punk. All right,
We
all
turned
right.
down a lot of
I'm
people.
just fucking around. I forgot oh yeah, I gave them a zine and then I made friends with them and they like for the they were helping me make a show for some reason. It started as like a web series and they helped me pitch a show and then and just from like working in animation, I kept meeting people that were like, "Do you have any show ideas?" Like I got lucky in that way. Um, I got lucky in that way, but I didn't get an agent until I already had a show in development. That's like a classic like chicken or the egg situation. Like
Yeah.
no one wants to work with you until there's a reason to. But my agent is like so cool and nice. He's a year younger than me, and he like we became really close friends. On our birthdays the same day.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, he's really sweet. So if I want to sell a show, like he'll call Netflix and be like, I got a show for you. But it's like it's very like time consuming. I'm not like pitching shows every day, you know what I mean? Um, but I've had a really good record of selling most of them. They just don't get made is normally what
Yeah.
happens. But I have I'm working on a new one. I don't really want to talk about it because it's like I barely started on it, but
No, don't
I
talk
like
about that. How did you get your agent? And this is just me as a writer
he
with
emailed me.
things with oh, he did. So he
Yeah.
reached out to you.
Yeah. This was when it was at HBO Max. There was an article that came out that said that they were developing my show. The reason they did it was because HBO Max was like a new streaming platform. So they wanted to be like, look, we have all of these things that might come out. And so there was an article that had my name in it, and my agent read the article and he recognized my name because he had seen my animations previously. Like he knew who I was, and then seeing that he's like, okay, so this guy does TV as well. That's what I do. I should call him. We had a meeting. But yeah, the best way to get an agent, since now the podcast is me giving you advice, is
Yes, we flipped it.
yeah, the best
You're
way
the
to get an
host.
agent is to not try to get one. I think that's the best way to be an artist is to not try to do anything. Like when I was looking for a record label, no one wanted to sign me. When I reached the point where I was like, I don't even think I need one, that's when suddenly a record label came to me. So it's really like what I've learned about all the suits, because clearly you're an artist, and everyone listening is probably an artist or like, I don't know, someone who loves the art. But like the difference between artists and suits, is that what we were talking about? Sorry, I'm getting confused now. Wait, what was the question?
Keep going, keep cooking. It doesn't even matter.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. But yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, they want to invest in you. They want to invest in something that's working. It's like gambling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a record label's not going to like, especially now, like it's not how it used to be. Like a label or an agent or even a network necessarily, like they more and more they want to see that something's working. So when I spoke at a animation school recently and I was like, you got to just put your stuff out there, and it sucks. Like it sounds cooler when there were just these evil gatekeepers and only a few people that hobnobbed their way to the top were able to have shows and record deals. But now, unfortunately, anyone can post their stuff on the internet and hopefully, rise to the top. But at the same time, it's not totally democratic. It's like so much stuff is terrible and becomes successful, and so much stuff is amazing, and people are bad at sharing it, and it never goes anywhere. But if I was, so yeah, that's my advice to getting an agent is like to make a bunch of stuff and make it so and prove to everyone that other people want it, and then they'll be like, all right, and to be a cartoonist, that will help you a lot. If you could also be a cartoonist, because then if you're just writing, come on, that's hard. But if you had some cute drawings they could see, then it would really trick them into thinking your ideas are valuable. That's what I do.
Okay, well, when this horror script that I have is done, I'm going to come to you I'm going to pay you to animate something or draw something for it.
Yeah. All right.
And it'll be in the pitch deck.
No, but you got to draw it. Otherwise, they're going to hire me.
Yeah, but then you can just hire me as like a assistant or something. I just want to get in.
You're hired.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was another thing. Sorry, now I'm just rambling. You have questions for me. And another thing. And one more thing.
Do you really have another thing?
No, I don't care.
Okay, what was your favorite cartoon as a kid?
It was The Simpsons. I like all the basic the classics.
Oh, it's so good.
Simpsons.
And I love it. There's not a week that goes by that I don't say tastes like burning or something, some sort of very obscure Simpsons reference.
A plane went overhead, and I missed what you said.
I said tastes like burning.
That's not from The Simpsons. I've never.
That is.
No, I'm just kidding. What is that?
What?
Which episode is that?
I don't know what its episode, but
Okay, sounds good.
It's his. Now I'm blanking.
Mine is the guy. I always talk. My favorite Simpsons joke is the Gime. He goes. It says Jim, and he goes, Gime. What's a Gime? And then he walks into the gym, and he looks around, and he goes, oh, a Gime. That made me laugh. That's the one I always think about.
That's good.
So many.
I also where Homer he goes, do you have any sugar? And he goes, here you go. And he goes, sorry, it's not in the packets. I just love those little non sequiturs. So great. All right, we got some real dumb ones. Now I'm looking at this list. Okay, Sean William Scott or Sean Astin?
Anyone named Sean is good. So neither.
Is there any bad Seans?
Not really. No,
problematic, toxic Seans.
I don't know. I also don't know celebrities' names. You said those people's names. I don't know who they are, but they
don't know who Sean William Scott is.
Is that an actor?
He is an actor, and so is Sean Astin.
I famously don't know any actors' names.
Okay, so you don't have that category, that insight.
I was trying the viewers to think that I'm smart and know things.
I figured a TV guy would know a bunch about.
I don't know actors' names. I famously don't. I'm a cartoonist.
True.
I'm an animator. I'm not a TV guy. I'm specific to animation. So, and I think that like it's hard for me to remember famous people's names. That's something I'm really bad at.
Well, you should know Sean Astin if you just watch Stranger Things. He's in season 2. He's Bob.
Which one's Bob again?
He's what's her toes' boyfriend, Winona Ryder's boyfriend.
Oh yeah, he's
in
the
season
guy. He's from Lord of the Rings or something.
Yes.
Yeah. I've never even really watched Lord. I'm not a fantasy guy.
I'm not a fantasy guy either. I don't really do well with dragons and shit.
Yeah, this is controversial, and we'll both be canceled now. But I think that my thought about fantasy, it's like how come it's just dragons?
Yes.
I like fantasy when it's like the Wizard of Oz. I'm like, I've never seen that shit before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when it's like another dragon, I'm like, come on, let's move on. Like I've seen enough dragons. Like I don't like
think outside the box.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
I like sci-fi more for some reason. I like things that are grounded in reality for some reason.
I didn't give a shit about Game of Thrones. Never watched an episode.
I never watched it because I knew it wasn't for me.
I knew it right out the gate.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're kindred spirit. You know what I don't like, and I was saying this recently, is that all aliens recently in any movie or show, they're like an octopus.
That's weird. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Because that's like the weirdest thing we can think of on Earth. So usually they have like tentacles and they're like that. So I'm like, we got to think of different types of aliens, and they always have a structure, like even like in Stranger Things, like the Demogorgons have a human body.
Yeah, they're kind of hot. They're these like
they're ripped, they're hunks.
The Demogorgons are hot, and what's his face, Vecna. I just watched it, so I know the names of the things. They're all hot. It's a horny show. Well, at least the villains are, and there's some kissing. I watched the episode. What's the guy you just mentioned? Sean. He kisses Winona Ryder, I think.
Yeah. This is fun. I'm having fun. Right. Oh yeah. So you don't know who Sean Astin is, or you do now?
No, I do. I know both now. We don't have to harp on the fact I don't know famous people's names.
I'm segueing into the next name.
Okay, I got straight.
Do you know who Salman Rushdie is?
I know the name. Who's that again?
He's a writer. He wrote a book called The Satanic Verses, and he's a very polarizing writer.
I told you I don't know names or faces.
This is just how we deal with the guests. Is we look at their work, we look at their social, and then we start getting very, very silly, and we're like, "Well, how can we pick apart their name?" And so and this is a perfect segue. How do you feel about salmon?
Salmon? I had salmon this morning.
Oh, great. A little salmon breakfast?
Yeah, I like salmon. I had salmon on some eggs with like an avocado toast salmon.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I made it myself.
Oh, man, that sounds great.
Yeah.
So you love salmon?
I'm pro salmon.
Oh, man. And don't do this, but can you do a Jamaican accent?
No.
When I say your name in my head, your last name,
Solomon.
It's with a Jamaican accent. Only in my head, though. I'm not doing it.
I used to live near Eric Andre.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm name dropping and clout chasing right now, but I used to live near him. And every time we used to go to the same coffee shop, and every time we were there at the same time, he would go, Sean Solomon, and it made me laugh.
Yeah,
and that was not Jamaican, but that was That was an impression of Eric Andre. So what I said was not problematic. And if you think
you're good,
that's on you.
We'll have our lawyer check it out, but I think
you can cut it out. This is how I get, again, this is how we get canceled. This episode of your podcast.
Well, I mean, if you do what like Shane Gillis did, you get canceled and then you become like a private jet,
true.
millionaire.
I don't know if that's the trajectory for me in my music career, is saying raunchy things, but
just problematic accents.
Yeah. No, the answer is no. I cannot do a Rastafarian accent, but great question. What about you? Can you do one?
I only in my head when I say your name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it.
It'd be funny if you were really good at it and you're like, fuck, but I can never use this. Like, I've worked so hard on this accent and now what am I going to do?
My stepdad recently on Halloween, he had one of those hats with the dreads, like the knit hats with the dreads sewn in. And he was going to go, we were going to take my daughter trick-or-treating. And he was like, oh, I'm just going to wear this. And I was like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
He was like, what? He like had no clue why. I was like, I don't care. Most people probably would see past it, but I just don't think you should, man.
You helped him out.
I did.
He had a blind spot. We're all learning every day.
We are. And we got to give each other grace.
Yeah, I agree.
To put down the Rasta hat.
Put down the Rasta hat. That's not for you.
Oh,
I think
man.
we could probably stop making those hats, honestly. There's a lot of hats that, whatever. There's a lot of silly hats that
you can go to Venice Beach and get one right now.
That's cool.
Okay. You have a song called Shooting Star.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great song.
Thanks.
If you see a shooting star, are you going to make an earnest, sincere wish?
Yeah. I actually saw a bunch of them. Recently, I saw the meteor shower, and it was beautiful. And I shed a tear at the shooting stars.
Oh, can you tell us your wish or no?
No.
Good. That was a test, and you passed.
Yeah.
That was it.
Well, it's a problem. Again, very problematic wish. I could never.
You wished for a Jamaican accent.
I wish that those cool hats would come back in style.
There's your next short film. It's just a white guy who wakes up with a Jamaican accent, and everyone's mad at him, and he's like, "I'm not doing it on purpose."
No, that's not. To be completely clear, that's not how I feel, and that was not my wish. To set the record straight. You can't tell your wish.
No, you cannot tell your wish. I'm just happy you do it because you're not too cool for school. You're not too cool to wish upon a star.
No.
I'm gonna write that down.
Sean is not too cool for school. What are you writing down?
Sean is not too cool to wish upon a star.
All right, it's true.
But in parentheses, I'm Jamaican accent.
Okay, cool. I can't do any accents, to be completely honest. I can't
either, man.
I try, but they're bad.
Try a British one.
No.
Okay.
I try, and when I do an accent, it's like it's obscure. You know what I mean? Like I was trying to do like L. Ron Hubbard once, but it's like who knows what he sounds like. I just like heard his voice once. I was like, that's a fucking crazy voice. I tried to.
Now I gotta look that up.
Yeah, he had a weird voice, and I was trying to. I can't remember what it. I couldn't do it for. I tried to. I really wanted to do Pee Wee Herman, but I just can't do it. I could do. I can't. I think it's because I can't do the laugh or the low laugh.
Yeah.
I can't do it, so there it's gone. But I was driving everyone crazy for a while because I was doing it, and it was just bad, like really bad.
Yeah.
But I thought it was good, but I was told it was bad.
Can I hear the L. Ron Hubbard?
I can't remember what it was.
You could
sure
you
it
could
was
do it.
delightful.
You could have done anything. I would.
I can't remember. Again, I have not said anything bad or good about the guy. I can't do his accent.
Oh man, I feel like off air we're gonna give this another go.
I don't want anyone following me around is all I'm saying. So
yeah, you might get like Scientology people over there wanting to lure you in.
Maybe. I live in Los Angeles. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Big community.
Do you have any red Solo cups in your home?
It's possible. We have like a drawer of like party supplies, but
okay.
I'm not sure.
If you go to a party and they're playing beer pong, are you playing?
No. I'm not a jock. I don't play sports.
Okay, fair enough.
I feel really strongly about that. No sports.
What about like skateboarding? Not a sport.
No, I don't do that. That's the thing is you think skateboarders are cool. Girls think they're hot. They're jocks. But they're also really cool. I wish I could skateboard. I've tried.
Do you do it? What do you do that's like act? Do you do anything athletic or?
Not really. I've been trying to. I've been trying to get more in shape, but I'm not a sports guy. I don't really understand sports. Like I struggle with sports like I struggle with fantasy. This is a very controversial podcast, but like
so controversial.
Like I don't really get it. I don't understand like watching sports specifically I don't understand. It's like I kind of understand playing the sport. It's like Scrabble but you're sweating. It's competitive, which I understand. But when you're watching the sport, I'm like you're not what are you doing? You're just watching other people do something. It seems so strange to me. Anyway, so yeah, no sports really. I'll go on a walk. I'll go on a hike maybe if it's like.
Are you hiking Runyon Canyon or anything like that?
I have, I get a little tired, if I'm being honest with you. I got really like specific interests. I don't like the beach. I don't like, I've never been camping. People keep getting mad at me when I talk about this. I've never been camping because I know I wouldn't like it. And I don't really get it. I don't understand camping. With camping, it's like, why wouldn't you go home? Why can't you just stay late in the forest, make your little fire, eat your little snacks, and then get the fuck in your car and sleep better? I don't get it.
Oh my God. I wish Abby were here for this so this is funny because Abby is an outdoorsy, person and she loves camping. I fucking hate camping.
I don't get it.
But I agree with you. Like I like the outdoors. I'll hike with you, but then I want to go home and take a shower and sleep in my bed and eat my food.
Why do I want to smell bad?
I don't want. Why do I want to wake up with bugs in the tent?
The ocean is super overrated, disgusting. Animals are just pissing and shitting in it. And then like it's supposed to be relaxing, but you got to carry all this stuff and walk in sand, which is really difficult to go. It's like so much effort to relax. You know what I mean? Like if I want to relax, I'm home right now. I can lay on the couch. Like I'm going to go all the way to the beach. I'm going to drive there. I'm going to bring a bathing suit. Then afterwards I'm going to have to shower. You know what I mean? I'm going to put this weird sunscreen all over my body, break out into a rash probably.
It's gonna just stay. I don't know how people do sunscreen just like out and about. I'm like, you're just sticky then. You're just goopy.
Yeah.
So I have a daughter and we like to go to the beach. However, I have a rule. I'm like, I'm not carrying a bunch of shit.
No,
We don't need this
you
stuff.
make her do
Also,
it.
we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there like an hour. We're gonna splish splash. We're gonna build a sandcastle. We don't need blankets. We don't need to bring the whole kitchen and our linen closet.
Yeah. And sand is like glitter.
Sand is the worst.
It's
Beaches
just
without sand would be so much better.
yeah. I went to a rock beach thing.
Oh, I just mean like cement it. Just do
That would be
inclined
cool
cement
too.
right into it.
Yeah. I also don't like pools. I don't like, chlorine and I don't know. It's just it seems
Are
bad.
these real beliefs? Would your lady back?
Yeah,
Would
these
your
are
girlfriend
real.
back these up?
Yeah, she would. The truth is, she brought me. Okay, so now this is getting personal, But she really wanted to go to Hawaii, and I was like, I don't like any of that stuff. But because I'm a good,
You don't
I like
like?
Hawaiian people. I don't like what's happened to their sacred fucking land. We like it's weird. It's a weird vibe. But she wanted to go to Hawaii. She wanted to go to the beach. And she was like, I think you'll like it actually. It's different than what you're describing. So we went and I was, there was some stuff I liked. We had a good time. And that's actually where we saw the meteor shower. That was really cool. But overall, like, I had like 4 or 5 different kinds of rashes. My feet were all cut up. I got sunburnt. Like, and then I was at the beach and I sort of was like, I don't know what you do. Like, what are you supposed to do? You go to sleep? You read a book, and I'm just sitting at the beach. It's not like I brought my computer to get work done or anything. I'm just sitting there like,
I don't know how people, like this is the thing. Like, I don't know how people go to any place all day. Do you know these people who are like,
yeah,
we're going to the park all day or the beach
I
all
don't get
day?
it.
I'm like, well, what are you doing? If you're not, get me in the ocean for a little bit. Let's throw a football or build a sandcastle and I'm out of here. 45 minutes
Yeah.
tops.
The way that I relax is I get the things done that I need to have done so that I'm not stressed about them. Like, that's how I relax. I don't relax by sitting around doing nothing. Because when I'm sitting around doing nothing, I'm like, man, I got all this stuff I got to do. I'm just sitting there all stressed out. So the most relaxed I am is like on my computer answering emails, washing the dishes, like whatever crap needs to get done, I'm doing it. I'm like, it's getting done. I feel so relaxed now that it's done.
Yeah.
That's
Do
how
you
I
make
relax.
lists?
I'll make a list. Yeah. I'm a list.
You rocking like a daily list
Yeah.
thing?
Not every day, but I'll make a list.
Make a list. All right, I gotta do this.
Yeah,
That,
I do.
yeah.
Well, that's actually a lie. I have an app in my phone where I write down. It's called Tasks. It's like a Google app. So I'll be like, I gotta do a podcast at 3
Gotta
p.m.
do this lame podcast and just talk
It
about
says
how
in
much
all caps,
camping sucks.
Fuck! I have to do this podcast.
Oh man, does your girlfriend think you're funny?
No,
No.
she does. She does. She does. Thank God.
Oh man,
She's
I think
she's
you're
tolerant.
hilarious.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Well, I'm trying. Let's be honest. My music's very sad, and so I'm trying to bring levity to everyone who has to listen to. This is my service to the people that have to be brought down by my music. What am I going to do? Come in here and be moping and depressed?
We've had that, and it's not
That
fun.
would suck. So when I get off the phone, when I get off this call, I will be completely silent and maybe cry a little bit and be depressed. But for the
You can't do that. You got so much to do.
speak, when we speak, I'm here to entertain.
Well, let's keep going with these dumb questions because we've only hit like half of them.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I'm going off script here and asking about the agent, and we're having fun.
Yeah. Sure.
Have you ever had to sleep or this is good follow up with camping? Sleep or crash, quote unquote, crash in your car?
I don't think so.
No, not even in like college or anything like that.
No, I've fallen asleep in a moving car, but I've never slept in a car
while you were behind the wheel.
Yeah, just a little bit.
That's when you nap. You nap on the freeway.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Mondays? Do you hate
Monday?
them
I
too?
like Mondays. I like Mondays. Yeah. I love Garfield. I have a Garfield. I'm looking at Garfield right now. I've got a lot of Garfield toys and stuff, but I like Monday because the weekend, no one's replying to my emails and it's pissing me off. Monday, everyone's like, all right, Sean, what do you want? And I like that. I love a Monday. And I don't go into work.
Yeah,
so
same.
Monday's great. No one's around.
Yeah. I also don't work like a normal 9 to 5, and I don't mind Monday. Everyone's like, Mondays. I'm like, even
Yeah.
when I was like younger and I was bartending or working, and I lived in New York for a long time, I always requested Mondays off because it was the one day like people would freak out, and I was like, man, I'm just off. You
Yeah.
know?
I like that. Yeah, I think if you don't like Mondays, it's because you don't like your job. You know, like when I had
Yeah.
jobs I didn't like, I was like, fuck, it's Monday. But I don't have like a regular job really right now. So I like Mondays. Mondays are cool.
I had a boss that loved Mondays, but he would say it in like relation to like getting away from his wife and kids. He's like, "Oh man, I'm so glad to be
That
back in the
sucks.
office."
It's
I'm like,
very like,
"Man, are you that
that's
fucking
very like
miserable?"
80s sitcom.
I know. It was very stereotypical, like
Yeah.
rise and
Like
grind
maybe,
attitude.
I think if you like Mondays, you should divorce your wife. If you don't like Mondays, you should quit your job. That's my advice.
He's a big listener, so let's see.
Cool. Yeah. If you're listening, you don't
If
have to
you're
be in a
listening,
relationship where you're unhappy. You don't have to do that. All
okay.
right.
Let's say you and your girlfriend have to move.
Uh huh.
You're moving to the valley, to a different place in the valley. Are you hiring movers? Are you doing it yourself?
You hire movers 100%.
Yeah.
I have moved myself every time I moved, except for the last time I hired movers. I will never move myself again.
It's the best, right?
Yeah, because you're already spending all this money moving. What's another $1,000? Just hire
Yeah.
movers.
Just
Like,
hire a mover,
just
especially
do
for the
it.
fucking big things like your art and stuff. You
Yeah,
can schlep yourself.
if you can afford it. Obviously, like in the past, I couldn't afford it, so I you know, but then it's like you're asking your friends to help you. You're buying them pizza. You're whatever. You're taking them out. You know, it's like you're in debt to them forever. Like over the course of a few years, you're going to end up spending the same amount of money doing favors for the friends that helped you move. You know, and you're going to hurt your back and stuff. Like you hire movers because even with the movers, it still sucks. You got to unpack. You got to figure out where everything goes. Like just what? Yeah, I'm pro mover.
How do
Feel
you
very strongly about this.
feel about Seinfeld or Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I love them both. I couldn't watch Curb Your Enthusiasm at first because it was too relatable. Um, and then obviously I'm like, I fucking hate the beach or whatever.
I'm very much picking up and I get it too. So it's like a
But I now I really appreciate both of them. Yeah, I think they're funny.
yeah. I'm getting a Larry David vibes.
Okay, I'm gonna take that as a compliment,
It
but
is, and
it
I
is
and I
really
do it, and my
you're
people
being
have said it
you're
to me
being
as well.
anti-Semitic, but I don't really care, so we're good.
Well, I'm Jewish too, man. So we can.
Well, doesn't mean you can't be a self-hating Jew.
I guess you're right. Fuck. Just
It's okay.
walking into these.
Hmm.
All right. You got in your bathroom. Actually, let's start in your kitchen.
Okay.
You got soap by the sink?
In the kitchen, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have hand soap and dish soap?
Yes.
And then the shower or the bathroom, in the shower specifically. Bar soap, liquid soap. What do you use?
You know, there's both right
Okay.
now,
Whoa,
but
brag.
I'm not trying to brag, but one is well, the liquid, the
Paying movers and double soaps.
body wash is because of tour. You know what I mean? I'm not bringing a bar of soap on tour. Yeah, my girlfriend's a bar of soap person, so I was like, all right, we do bar of soap now. It feels a little more cartoony than the body wash.
Yeah. And the body wash, do you have a loofah or a washcloth, or are you going
No, I'm not
hands?
that advanced. I'm
No.
going hand in.
As you can see, we're a like award-winning journalistic outlet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't be so self-deprecating. These are really good questions.
Yeah, we try to think outside the box. If your life had a laugh track,
Mm.
what do you think would trigger it the most throughout your day?
Oh man, I don't know. That's really sad to think about, huh? Probably my driving. Uh, every time I'm driving a car, I'm probably getting laughed at. I spill stuff all the time. I leave drinks places. I'll probably get some laughs. I don't really know.
Is your car dirty?
Most of the time. Right now, it's not so bad, but most of the time it is. I don't really see the purpose in cleaning the car.
That's surprising. Is it like food dirty or is it just like
It's
clutter, like
it's
clothes
mostly
and shit?
sparkling waters
So
that I like. I finish the sparkling water and then I run out of places to put them, so I throw them on the floor.
it's red
And
solo
then
cups.
yeah, they're red solo and also clothes. Yeah, like I like to have a lot of different jacket options in case it gets chilly. So there's and there's like sometimes I'll have like weird shit in there for a long like I had two different folding tables in my trunk for like 6 months. And then I was like these got to go.
And
So,
you have no idea where they came from, right?
yeah, I bought them on Amazon
Okay.
by mistake. Two of them, and I was like, that's why they went in my trunk. I was like, I'm gonna return them, and then I forgot, and then I've had them for so long that now they're mine, and I had to use them. They're
Have you
actually,
used them?
yeah, there's one right behind me. They're actually camping tables.
Oh
It was a
fuck.
part of it was a part of tour, but I didn't have my setup quite figured out yet. But I was like looking for a table to put the TV on, and I was like, it needs to be as compact as possible, and I accidentally bought two, but I love them now.
I think this is the first time just like respect for folding tables has come up on the pod.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Shout out to folding tables. Oh man. What's a complete this is perfect. I don't know how we fucking did this, but what's one what's a completely unnecessary thing you're weirdly picky about? One we haven't covered.
Wow, I really just threw all my best stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of things I'm picky about. I mean, I gave you so many. I don't even
Like
know.
I'm picky about how like putting things away. Like I don't like to open a drawer and all the shit bust out.
Mm.
I don't like to open a closet and have it just be crazy. I like to kind of see it.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I
Anything
don't
jumping
know.
out?
I'm not picky about anything. There's things I dislike. I'm not picky. I think I'm pretty not picky, to be honest with you.
Food? What about food?
Nah, I'm cool. I don't like tomatoes sometimes, but sometimes I do. So it's confusing.
Yeah.
I guess with the art I'm making, I'm picky about the decisions. You know what I mean? Like when I'm recording, I can be picky, um, but for the most, I'm pretty relaxed. You know, I watched all of Stranger Things. Like we said, I'm keeping it on. I don't want to give too much information about me, so we'll talk about the things I've started to talk about. But like a lot of people had a lot of opinions, and I was like, it's fine.
It's fine.
It was what I wanted. It made me go, oh shit, don't go in there a couple times.
Yeah.
I had a good time. A couple things like, you know, maybe I don't think this is really a spoiler, but I was like, if you watch the whole thing, I was like, what happened to Derek's parents? That
Yeah.
there's some stuff where I was like, probably would have wrapped that up, but I don't really care. I'm not that picky. I'm pretty easygoing. In fact,
yeah.
I don't
That was
like
a good example,
opinions besides my own. That's maybe something I'm picky about.
though. I don't like others' opinions.
I don't like other opinions. I don't like when you go to a movie and everyone's telling you what they think of the movie. That's something I'm picky about. Or again, something I dislike. I don't want to hear everyone's opinion about the movie because you don't know how to make a movie probably. So what the fuck do you know? It's probably so hard to make the movie. I don't care about your opinion. That's what I'm picky about.
I'm with you. I try not to throw anything negative about anything that someone made.
Yeah, I think it's fine to be like, you know, I think it's fine to have opinions, but I prefer solutions. You know, like if someone's like, this movie would have been better had they done this thing, then I'm interested. Like if it's just like this sucks, I don't care. Like my thing about Derek's parents, I think you could have wrapped that up. But at the same time, I don't know how you would have. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that note away. You probably, you know, anyway, whatever. That's not really picky.
You know what I'm picky about? This isn't picky either. I just want to complain about it because it's fresh for me with Stranger Things. And it happens in many shows, specifically anything spooky or supernatural, where you have season 1, crazy shit happen. And then season 2, one character starts figuring it out. It's like back. Oh, something crazy's back. And all the other characters who have equally been experienced the same shit that person has, they're like, no, you're crazy. Get out of here. Yeah. And they're like, I'm telling you, the boogeyman's over here. And like, you're crazy. And you're like, come on.
I hear that.
After all you've seen and done.
I don't like. I'm doing the thing I'm saying that I don't like people doing. I don't like when they in the horror movies when the character slams their head on something. That's something I'm sick of. I just wanted to say that.
Give me an example. Like when they're running?
No, like they'll be at a school desk and they'll start slamming their head on the desk, or they'll take a frying pan and they'll start slamming their head on the frying pan. There's this new trend of like,
oh yeah,
when someone's really fucked up and possessed, they slam their head.
Ding, 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 like
Yeah,
this, and they're zoning out.
Keep seeing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we could do something scarier. Rip your heart out. You know what I mean? Do something weirder.
Yeah, like this through
pull
your
your
mouth.
brains out
Yeah.
your nose. Pull your brains out your nose.
Oh man. Okay, this is a perfect question for you.
Okay.
True or false? Farts are funny.
Well, it really depends.
I'm glad you're taking your time with this.
I mean, that depends. I think fart jokes are cheap.
Yeah.
Fart jokes are cheap, but there has been sophisticated fart jokes. I'm sure that I can't think of one, but I'm sure there's an example of a fart joke where it would have to have layers to it. It can't just, the fart on its own is not funny, but
farts on their own are not funny.
No, but the timing of a fart can be funny.
Timing can be funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like let's say someone is crying and someone's breaking up with you and and lets out a fart. That's funny. But a fart on its own, no. You know what I mean?
Oh, I wish I could go back in time and fart at this one specific breakup.
Yeah. Or you're getting broken up with and you're like, excuse me, got a little toot, like that'd be funny.
That is funny.
Right?
Yeah. I also like innocent humor lately. Like you said, toot. I really like that. I think that's funny.
Yeah,
I had a friend, endearingly say to me the other day, "What's up, butt liquor?" And I was like, "That's fun. I think that's cute and funny."
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
That is good.
And I also want to point out, thank you for answering that very dumb question in earnest.
I mean, it's not a dumb question. I mean, that's a legitimate question.
Well, here's a legitimate question. Right. Have you ever busted out an acoustic guitar at a party?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
This interview would be over. It's almost over, but
yeah.
Have you ever been recently anywhere where someone busted out an acoustic guitar at a party?
Not that I know of.
What if someone busted out an acoustic guitar and they didn't play it at all? They just farted the whole time. Would that be funny? Would that be acceptable?
I don't know. Again.
For the listeners, you should see Sean's face. He's really considering this fucking stupid question.
No, I was thinking because I was like, I was with a group of friends and we were fucking around on a guitar, but I was like, is that a party? You know what I mean? But I don't know that it wasn't a party. And like, I would never be the guy to whip out I'm not really into like, if I'm going to play the guitar or sing, you have to pay me. I'm not doing karaoke. I'm not whipping out a guitar at a party. No.
I would say singing
for a living. Come on.
Out of context is pretty excruciating.
Yeah. I don't the guitar, and I think at this point we know as a society you don't whip out the guitar at the party.
I'd rather you whip your dick out.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, whatever you're into, to each his own.
Hey, that guy's playing the guitar with his dick. We're back to the top again. What's your book recommendation for us? I've
been reading before I go to bed, and we were talking about movies, and these are like, really, this is a really dumb recommendation that like, but maybe someone didn't think about it. But I read the book High Fidelity that the movie is based on. And then it got me into this like kind of spiral of like Nick Hornby books. And a lot of his books are music related. Mm-hmm. And it made me excited because they're kind of like, they're really easy. They're almost like watching a movie. And I think that's why so many of them have turned into movies. But if you love music, which I think you probably do if you're listening to a podcast about music, like About a Boy, for instance, I didn't realize this, but it's all about Nirvana. Like
Yeah.
so much of it is about Nirvana, which is not in the movie. I went and saw the movie afterwards. I had it on VHS tape, even though it was not streaming. So, but anyway, I watched About a Boy. They took that part out, which is crazy. But About a Boy is named after About a Girl. I was like, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I thought High Fidelity was great. If you like the movie, the book is just the movie, but like more.
It's better, it's British.
Yeah, I liked Juliet Naked, which is about like it's about like an obscure musician that these fans are obsessed with. I thought that was pretty good. The movie I thought was fine. It's always hard
Yeah.
to compare a movie to a book, but if you have the chance, I'd read the book first. And then I read About a Boy. I just read those three, but I liked all of them. And then another book I would recommend that I read or I reread was Wendy. It's a comic book, Wendy, Master of Art. If you went to art school, it's very funny. There's actually that's one of a series, but Wendy is like plays this kind of like uh, you know, disheveled girl who's having sort of like her college coming of age story, but it's very funny and it's very specific to like pretentious art school people, and I think it does a really good job. I met the author recently at Comic Con, and he was one of his characters. He was like a
Yeah.
pretentious artist, and I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, you know what this is."
Yeah.
He was also very funny and nice. But anyway, so those are my book recommendations, both a
Oh,
comic
that's
and
cool.
an actual.
Well, I've read a bunch of Nick Hornby, so I will check out Wendy, Master of Art, though, for sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Did you know there was an About a Boy show?
No, that sounds
Yeah,
bad.
they adapted it into a show. It was a good cast. Minnie Driver was in it.
Maybe I should watch it.
I think it was definitely only one season. I'm gonna guess it came out in like 2010.
Huh.
I
Cool.
don't.
I
You'd
think
recognize a bunch of people. It was good. Al Madrigal was in it. I don't know if you know who that is.
no,
He's
I
a
don't know anybody.
He's a comedian.
I don't. I didn't. I think About a Boy. I don't know that it was my favorite out of the three. I did weirdly like the movie, even though it's kind of corny. I don't love the premise of him trying to sleep with moms. Like
Yeah.
that part felt dated, but the other stuff was good. I really liked High Fidelity and Juliet Naked. The movie Juliet Naked, it's a hard one to turn into a movie.
Yeah. Isn't Ethan Hawke in that?
Yeah, I think that like again now I'm doing what I said I don't like when people do but it's true. I only care about my own opinion. But
Yeah, yeah.
I think that like I have a solution. It was his clothing. He dresses too cool. But
Oh, yeah.
in the book, he's kind of like a retired rocker. So like I had pictured him more, and I think they described him a little bit more like straight laced, like he had given that part of his life up. And I think that like the climax of the book, which works as a book because you're like hearing people's inner monologues, it didn't feel as climactic as for a movie because it was less visual. You know, they're just like sitting or standing around at an art gallery or whatever. So I think that was like that is my note for Juliet Naked was maybe the ending of the movie should have changed. They changed a ton of stuff in About a Boy,
Yeah.
which you know I wish they kept the Nirvana stuff, but I guess it would have been a period piece. But anyway, no one cares about this.
Everyone cares.
Okay, good.
Okay. I'm curious. I'm looking forward to your answer to this one. If you could interview any musician, live or dead, in the vein of bothering the band, so very stupid questions, who would you interview and what stupid question would you ask them?
That's a good question. I mean, I guess like probably like I'd want to just interview the most famous musician, right? Because then I'd want to interview like Paul McCartney or something.
Who do you think is the most famous musician?
Probably Paul McCartney.
Yeah, currently?
Yeah, he was in the freaking Beatles.
I know, but you gotta account for the times, man. You don't think
Yeah,
Taylor Swift is
Beatles.
You don't think Taylor Swift is the most famous musician?
What famous musician that I'm like a fan of? Not that I'm not. If you're listening, Taylor, I'd love to open up for you. I think that'd be great. But like,
we'd love to have you on the pod.
Yeah, I'd love to like, yeah. If I enter, like, I didn't say anything bad about L. Ron Hubbard, Taylor Swift. We love you. But yeah, grouping them together. But yeah, Paul McCartney. I think it would be nice to talk to him and be like, that would probably be fun. Neil Young, maybe.
What are you asking him?
Probably like a stupid question. You're saying
Preferably.
a dumb like what you ask. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I would probably ask them about cartoons or something, right? Like, what do you think about animation? I'm kind of curious what these people think about animation.
Yeah.
Some people frown upon it. Some people think it's for children. It's not highbrow. But I wonder, maybe Paul McCartney's like, I'll love it. I'm trying to do the British accent you asked me to do. See, I can't do accents, but he would say he loved it. He would say he loved it. And
Paul McCartney loves Big Mouth.
Does he?
No, I don't know. I just was trying to figure out.
See, but that'd be cool to find out.
Yeah,
I wonder.
I love Big Mouth.
Yeah. He watches all the Adult Swim stuff. He's like really into like Squidbillies or some weird show. Like it'd be cool to find out.
It's like that Ed and Eddie. I can't fucking do accents either.
That's okay. If we could think about how the trajectory of our lives, if we could do accents.
I know.
I'd be like unstoppable. Imagine if I could do accents. Whoa, that would be it.
You're already unstoppable.
No,
so
but
I can't even imagine you with like a Jamaican
if I could
accent.
do that, that's my dream. I see those cartoon guys, they do the voice, they do the draw. I'm like, man, that's my dream.
How far? I don't want to get location wise. Have you been to the Los Feliz surf shop that was like Walt Disney's first office?
No, I've never been there.
So you know what I'm talking, the neighborhood I'm talking about. I'm assuming it's the cool hip neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Where House of Pies is, and like the movie theater is right across the street. And then you have at the end, if you're looking at the movie theater and you walk to the right, you cross the street, there's the bookstore, and you keep going to the next like light. There's it's a surf shop now, and it's white on the outside. But that building was where the Disney brothers, when they first moved to Hollywood, that's where they rented. And inside the surf shop, they have a bunch of shit about like, animation and
I
stuff.
don't know about this.
You should check it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop in there. I'm surprised. Look at me.
Yeah.
Giving you suggestions.
I don't like animation that much. I'm not a nerd. I should check it out.
Sean, this has been loads of fun.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
What's next for you, man? Tell the people about the album. If you're touring, you're coming to Florida. You're coming to Florida, right? And hanging out?
Sure.
I'll take you to the beach.
I don't know when the podcast comes out or where I'll be when everyone's hearing this, but the album is coming out. I'm putting out the record on Anti, and I'm excited for it to finally come out.
What's it called? When's it come out?
I don't know. It's not announced. I'm not supposed to say.
Okay. All right.
But if it's announced by the time this comes out, you can add it in.
Yeah.
But
Abby, we can add it in right here.
Here's where it goes. But yeah, I'm putting out an album this year. I'm going on some tours, and I'm just like, I'm just doing this music thing, which has been a really long process to get to this point that the record is finally coming out. But I'm excited. I'm gonna, and like I said, I'm working on this silly persona that I do when I'm not singing the sad songs. This was a great podcast for me. I really got to try out saying some new jokes. I was workshopping some material. I'm gonna take this on the road now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just playing a bunch of shows. You should come to one. Are you in Florida?
Yeah, I'm reluctantly in Florida.
Okay. Well,
but I've been known to travel.
Yeah.
You know. If you come to Florida, we'll do nothing.
That sounds great.
Okay.
My kind of vacation.
Yeah. I won't take you anywhere.
Yeah.
I'll just show you anything.
And relax.
Dude, thanks so much, man. This was a blast. I had a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me. I'll see you next time.